Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, November 14th, and today we will cover the trades that YieldMax ETF TSLY made on Monday, November 13th. So as you can see on the screen, I took a screen print of the trades from yesterday, and the famous question was, did they close the 217.50? Did they close it early on when it dipped? The answer is no, they did not, unfortunately. They decided to let it ride. And so what happened yesterday? These three transactions, which basically means they added to the synthetic and opened a new position with a 230 strike. So we'll get into that right now. So as you know, this is my spreadsheet. First tab being the synthetic tab. And as you can see, they added 1,650 new contracts, which, based on the strike, which is 190, that actually cost them money because the stock price is, well above the 190. So a synthetic is a buy, call, sell, put. The buy, call is much more expensive than the sell, put. So if we look now, our total contracts, 34,505, and our position in general of, the synthetic position is in a profit of 86 million, which again is already into the NAV, right? So let's look at the short calls. We have two open calls. We know about the other, right? Try not to harp on that too much, but we opened 1,650 new contracts with a 230 strike. And currently that's, again, it's only 2.81% out of the money. So my reaction is still angry face. I'm not cursing, at least, like the other day, as you can see on the screen. But still with this 2% out of the money. I know it's only 4 days left versus the 5, but still. Come on, maybe they're, they must be expecting some news to come out that would have Tesla go back down, but time will tell. So yeah, they got $256 per share on that, which is a net value of $422,400, which added to the running total. We are now at $15.3 million in profit for the month. And the biggest change yesterday is the outstanding shares. So if you take a look, and this kind of saved them in a way, which, they wouldn't have had 1,650 contracts to play around with. I know it's not going to put a dent in the 34,000 that's underwater, but still, that's 5 million, over 5 million new outstanding shares. So there's much more interest showing up for TSLY, which is good. Premium per share, even though we made money, that went down because outstanding shares increased. So now we're only at 22 cents for the month. That's a premium change of a penny, opposite direction. TSLY price is 11.52, so running yield for the month is 1.9%. Average daily yield, again, all this reduced since the outstanding shares went up. Average daily yield 0.22%, and annualized yield 23.92%. Again, it's still early in the month. We're almost at mid-month though, so it's getting closer. So now for close tab, I added the new position, the 230, and I added, what we made. Again, it's all profit right now, so not much to share here until they close these positions. Active tab, so this is where we stand, right? So we have 34,505 contracts now. The 32,855 is underwater by 2.78%. And we'll see how that goes, because Tesla closed at 223.71. So, that's not what we wanted to happen, but of course we thought it could happen, which, as you know, I did not like, the strike price to begin with. And by the way, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So yeah, I mean, I get it. It sucks. So there's a lot of overreaction. I saw some people commenting, I'm out. They're selling. But let's, they've been right like 90-something% of the time. So we have to give them a break, especially since it's not even Tuesday, right? The market's not even open for Tuesday yet, and we're having, an overreaction party. So 2.78%, we can make that up in a day by it just going down. So we'll see what happens. At the same time, yes, it can continue to go up. But, we'll worry about that then. My hope, regardless of what happens this week, to me this week is, it is what it is at this point. I just want them to learn from it, okay? Just stop being so aggressive, I get it. But if the perspective didn't say 5 to 15%, then I'd probably shut my mouth about this. But it says 5 to 15%. So I like at least 5%. I know we're not getting 15. I mean, let's be real here. But just give me 5. I mean, I'd be really happy with 10. Because I'll take, again, just give me 40% yield with some decent gains, We got to have some type of NAV recovery, not zero. But anyway, so the 230 is 2.81% out of the money. I think they could have went a little higher on that too, honestly, maybe 240, but they do what they do. 30-day chart, kind of the same. Implied volatility, 30-day, 46%. It's been like around that range. I like it around 50 though. Cybertruck coming up pretty soon. By the way, I saw some pictures of the Cybertruck, and it's an all black, matte black, man. It's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna buy it because I don't spend money on cars. I drive my old car, and I will until it dies, which hopefully is never. So, I'd rather spend my money on investing and family and bills. So let's look at the price changes. So if we look at Tesla, as we know, Tesla went up 4.22%. Okay, awesome, good job. However, right? We were capped. They sold, out of the money. What was it? 2-point-something%, right? So since all of the contracts were, only 2% out of the money, guess what we earned? 2%, right? So we're pretty much capped out because the value of the sell call, is costing us more and more money, decreasing our NAV, which I'll show you in a second. But that's why we're capped. So TSLY beat us yesterday by 2.18%. Nothing we could do there. Our wonderful 217.50 call. Tesla is beating us 7.22 for the month. Difference calculates to be about 25 cents. So if we were 5% out of the money, we would have had another 25 cents approximately. So we'd be at like 11.77-ish. TSLY premium, we only earned a penny. I think it was negative, honestly. Maybe I should adjust that. I might delete this stupid column anyway. I just want to see the comparisons in general. This premium crap doesn't really help, I noticed. But yeah, we're capped. Tesla had a good day. TSLY had a okay day. And if Tesla continues to go up for the week, we are going to be very, very limited on those gains. Let's take a look at cash. Oh my God, look at this. 11.13 to 11.14. They flipped that baby. I was typing it in and I'm like, oh, it's the same number. And then I'm like, what the? They flipped it. We were in a negative 26 million. Now we're at positive 26 million. Treasuries are pretty much identical. So how does that happen, right? What do you mean? What do you mean? How does that happen? 53 million jump increase? So I'll show you how it happened. As I mentioned in the earlier tabs, we had 5 million more outstanding shares join the group, right? More people bought into TSLY. So they had 5 million additional outstanding shares to play with. So net impact of that, if you take the 5 million times the TSLY price, it's about 58 million. And then you add in the call premium credit and then deduct out the synthetic premium debit for the day. Because as you know, as a debit, the buy call was more expensive than the sell put. Total net impact is about 52.9 million, again, that I calculate. So if you look here, they have a change of about 53.1 million. It's close enough, right? Again, there's going to be things that change throughout the day. I'm showing also increase, per share of 79 cents. But as you know, since we are so capped out yesterday that it's hard to see any positive gains from that. But yeah, so that's why the cash, at least we're in a cash flow, cash positive now. As more people buy, they can probably sell calls at least further out of the money this week. So hopefully more people buy this week and we can kind of take a little more gains, right? Because if we look here, now we're 2.81% out of the money. So we can take advantage of those gains. However, there's only 1,650 contracts. So that's a small percentage of the total. However, we'll take some advantage of that. Now, let's talk about the call, right? Yesterday during my video, and I had to go back to my video to get this, we showed that the value of the sell call was negative 13.6 million. So if we wanted to close that as of yesterday, or pre-market yesterday, it would cost us 13.6 million. Now, if we want to close it, it'll cost us 29.4 million. Why? Well, because Tesla went above the strike price of $217.50. So you're not going to get out of it that easy now. You're gonna be paying up because there's a buyer on the other end. They're waiting for their credit. They're waiting for their shares or their credit. They want that money. So right now, that's where we stand. So if they closed this position yesterday, depending on what time, it would have cost them a pretty penny. So right now, that's where we stand. So now, if Tesla dips today, will we dip the same percentage? No, we will not, because this will become, it'll actually increase, meaning the negative number will decrease, right? So say like if it goes down 2% or so, right? This could be now negative 25 million, which would then increase our NAV. Right? It'll cost us less to close out this position if Tesla price goes down. So that's what, it's good. So if we dip a little into the rest of the week, we'll be okay. But as we stand right now, again, this is why we're capped, right? This 29 million is pushing us down. The buy call is going up, but the buy call 141.9 million. If you look at that, yesterday it was only 110 million. It's right below it. So obviously that went up, but we brought right back down by the short call. So that's how that works. Hopefully showing you that visual made a little sense. Again, the point of these videos is not to tell you Tesla's awesome. It's just really to show you how these funds work, right? It's not in particular even about Tesla. It's just about how these funds work. Obviously, I invest a lot in Tesla, so this started with me just understanding it myself. I have all this money in it, and do I believe in it? Do I like it, etc.? And then it's just become a thing, and people enjoy it. So I'm tracking it for myself, for you guys, everyone. So hopefully this video helps. Hopefully it made sense. But if you enjoyed this video, please click like. And if you have questions or concerns or comments in general, leave them down below. I know yesterday was a rough day. People were pissed, but let's just relax. I know I was pissed too. So let's just relax though. It's, there's 4 days left. We'll see how this plays out. In the end, we're still going to make money, right? What we can all hope for is that they learn from this, right? Because, again, another article can come out today, tomorrow, the next day, and then they're going to be right, and we're going to shut our mouths again. So who knows? But either way, yesterday was tough. Hang in there, guys. We're in it to win it here, right? Long term, we got this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Later.